in the blink of the eye, we are here, and it's insane, guys. Like, literally, we are finally in the brand new Japanese set, and it feels like it was just a flash. So we got these amazing artworks to be looking at today, like Eggutor and Archlodon, which is another version of Drillodon. But this is like the right here on the screen is the brand new version of Drillodon, which we got a brand new SAR as him in the new Paradise Dragonite set, which in English would be known as Surging Sparks. So for some reason, I have not seen one Pikachu card yet. I know, it's insane. Surging Sparks is supposed to be about Pikachu. Now, I'm not sure if Surging Sparks is just a name for like the English. I know it's the English one, but I don't know. As I'm talking, guys, you can look at the artworks up on your screen because we'll be later going over everything you need to know about certain cards. And we'll be going over like the SIRs and stuff like that. And the illustration rares, well, of course, they're just them. And the special illustration rares are the ones we have to look at in today's video. But continuing what I was saying, we are literally, I don't know why it's called Surging Sparks, because as far as I know right now, I don't know how it goes for Japanese, if like Paradise Dragonite has its own set, but then English has its own set too. They're just like technically the same set with the same cards. I really don't know how it goes. I don't know if I'm like explaining it the best, but if I am kind of understanding what I'm supposed to be trying to understand, and I'm getting it now, is that these cards are the ones that we will be having in English, but we will also be having some of the cards that are in English that we never gotten in Japanese. So that could be like we're maybe getting a Terra Pikachu in English that we did not get in this Japanese set, because I know that, you know, in Japanese they have removed cards that were supposed to be part of English. They removed them in the past, so now we have these cards in English. So you know what I mean? Because like Bulbasaur and Squirtle were supposed to be in Obsidian Flames, but they scrapped that and put it into this set. And they were supposed to make, you know, Charmander as a card you can pull, but instead they made it a promo card. So you know how they do, they kind of switch cards for what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to be in it and stuff like that, what set they're supposed to be in. So I don't know why this is called Surging Sparks if Pikachu's not going to be in there. All I know is I think I'm understanding that Pikachu will be in the English one. It's just not going to be in this Japanese set. So this Japanese set is the exact same as the English set. I just think there's more cards that will be added in the English set than Japanese. So that one of them could possibly be Pikachu. And I don't know if this set just is like its own type. I don't know. But yeah, these are the artworks that will be in this new set, everybody. These are the brand new artworks. We'll get to the English ones, you know, in November when they show us it and see what else is in it. So let's move on to the prices. The prices are insane. 2 cards is $56. Just one of those, which is the LATIAS, is $260. Unfortunately, again, LATIAS is not the most expensive. It's only a $97 card. I guess Japanese people are just weirdos because all they care about is just cute little girls and stuff like that. Like, I don't get it. It's so wrong in so many levels, but it's just how the world is today. People are just spending so much money to get their hands on little Pokemon girl trainers instead of getting what really matters. Alright, so now guys, we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about the SIRs. So like everything I think about it and stuff like that. So let's begin. So we got a total of 5 SIRs. Eggutor, Liza, Drillodon, Drayton, and LATIAS. These are all the SIRs that you can expect to try to pull in here. So we're talking about first about Drayton. Now, excuse me, personally I made a commitment to buy every single SIR, except all the time I sell all of them. I still kept my Greninja. I'm still keeping all the cards like Galvantula on all of them. But I'm going to have to reconsider my decision of doing this. But I will be collecting every SIR because I know eventually these will all go up in English. So this card, for an example, I like the design. I think it's nice. It's something new to offer to the table. It's not something that we haven't seen before, but I do like overall what it has to offer. It's a really nice card. I'm pretty sure this will be a pretty affordable card in English, but again, I could be wrong. I really don't know. I'm hoping that this card will at least have some value to it, because again, you have to realize there are going to be 2 big chases for SIRs in this set, such as Liza and the LATIAS. Those 2 are going to be going head to head for number 1 as the most expensive. That doesn't mean down the road this card won't be a little bit more expensive than what it will come out to be later on. But I again have to say, I don't really know what to expect. I don't want to get people's hopes up saying, yeah, if you love this card, you're going to be looking at it around a $1,000 budget or a $1,000 card, because that ain't going to be anywhere near $1,000. Again, that most likely those other ones could be, like this one, the Eggator. Many people love this card. Many people, I mean, I wouldn't say this card, but many people love this Pokemon, so I guess I would expect people to love this card if they love this Pokemon, because this card really did him pretty well. This card has so much to offer to the table that I think that we have not seen in a while. Again, it has that rainbow foil border around there, which we just recently got in this new Stellar Crown set that literally just came out 2 days ago. So I'm glad that they're sticking with that. It's not just like a one-hit solution, one set, one-hit thing where you can only get it in one set and they just take it out. I think it's something really nice that they did. LATIAS, this EX card, again, is a brilliant card. This design is beautiful. The background is amazing. The overall card itself is great. The colors are beautiful. I absolutely love this card. I think it's a very beautiful card. It has a lot to offer, and I think it's a pretty darn decent card. There's a lot to this card that I think, should be a little bit better. I think that there should be, I would actually put a Charizard inside this design too. I don't know why, I just think it'd be very cool to see like a Charizard versus a Latias design, but I'm not hating on this card whatsoever. I think it's a very good card. Moving on, we have a Archladon EX. This card, I feel like he takes up most of the card itself, and I have to say, this design kind of reminds me of the Execute from Obsidian Flames. People are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? This card is so much better. I agree. I'm just saying, like, how this card takes up most of the card. I think it's beautiful. Just like how the Execute, most of nothing, took up most of the card. So this one's like a better version of it. I really love this design. I like how, the art style to it's a lot different than usual. And I think they're finally giving him recognition. And I love that. I really do love that. There's a lot to this card that I think is actually really nice. And what they're doing for this card is not bad at all. They're doing this card as well as what they should be doing it. And that's something that I don't think we see many times. I think we see cards that are underappreciated. And their design proves it, but not this one. Lisa. This is one of those cards that I will have a mixed emotion about. I love its design. I think it's beautiful. I think it's nice. It's one of those ones that, again, offers a lot. But once again, I don't think this card should be everything people are talking about. This set has so much more to offer. There are so many more beautiful special illustration rares. This should not be the #1 most talked card. You have to realize there is a Latias card in this design. There is a Latias card in this set. There is a Latias and Latios card in this set. This should not be the most talkative card in the whole entire set. I don't believe it. Like, I gotta say, like, it's real, but I gotta say it's, like, nice. It's a nice card. I get that. It's beautiful. But again, I don't see this card being #1 in English. Maybe Japanese, because that's just how Japanese people roll. But I am not gonna spend $300 for this card, when in reality it's not worth that much. I could see a lot of abusive going on with this card, like most people trying to sell it for more than it's worth, just because that's what they want to do because they're jerks. But I really don't know. I really don't. Moving on, we have Team Rocket and Gym Trainer is returning. So take a look at this trailer. I'll slow it down for you guys. Look at the Rocket logo. That is Mewtwo, guys. That is right. We are getting the return of Mewtwo as a Mewtwo EX. That means that the possibility of getting an SIR of Mewtwo might be right around the corner in 2025. As it says, one of the Pokemon trading card game's best set types is confirmed to be returning after debuting 25 years ago. It has been a good time recently for these TCG players who have been nostalgic for the game's earlier days. from the launch of 2023's Scarlet and Violet 151 set, which featured the original 151 Pokemon from Gen 1's Kanto region, and a tease that Dark Pokemon could be returning in a set akin to the TCG's 5th expansion, the Team Rocket set. Now, as part of this year's Pokemon World, this world's closing and ceremonies, it has revealed that the owner's Pokemon cards from the 2000s seems to be making a return in 2025, now called Trainer's Pokemon. The announcement trailer, which can be now found on the official Pokemon YouTube channel, unveiled for 4 new cards in the category: Lilly's Clefairy EX, Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX, En's Zoroark EX, and 2 prints of En's Reshiram, including a very nice alternate art style, as I should include, as I saw a trailer of it, and the cards literally in that trailer. So yeah, that's what, guys. That is exactly it. So again, I think this is really nice of Pokemon to do, because you have to realize, guys, you've got to realize, Pokemon used to be so famous back in the day, and yes, it still is a very popular card, and a very popular set. But here's something I don't understand. Why they couldn't have done this sooner. You have to realize, the majority of the people that are now buying Pokemon are actually children. And back in the day, yes, people used to collect these a long time ago back in the day. Alright, it's true. People are big fans of these back in the day. They used to be a very popular thing. But you have to realize, there are people out there that love Pokemon. And you also got to take into consideration, which I'm glad Pokemon did, that some of us weren't born back in the day where these sets used to be actually affordable. Now you got to spend $30,000 for a box of Pokemon cards from back in the day. Every vintage card, it is at least $40 per card. And some of them range from $30 to up to a couple grand ungraded. And you have to realize, some of us nowadays, we cannot afford that. And it's kind of rare now to find a garage sale that contains old cards, because majority of those people probably already know now how damn expensive those can actually go for. So being able to pick up a box that's over 10, 20 years ago, 10 or 20 years old, is extremely rare to find for under $100. And if you do, it's most likely a counterfeit, a scam, or just something that people just don't want. And how do you know they're real or fake? That's the thing. And you have to take in consideration also that some of us kids actually, or teenagers, want to be able to afford cards like this. And I know it's not going to be the exact same that it was back in the day with all those nice designs and stuff. No, you cannot recreate old stuff and old movies and stuff like this, including this. You cannot remake it the same way. It's not going to be as good, but it can still at least be somewhat good. That's what I'm trying to say. So the original owner's Pokemon cards return in 2025, such as Trainer's Pokemon, featuring new characters like Marnie and Lily. New cards will include Pokemon EX, a callback to stage-based evolution chain mechanic from the 2000s TCG era. The reintroduction of Trainer's Pokemon card is a nostalgic callback appealing to both new and longtime Pokemon TCG fans. So, again, this is a really nice thing they're doing. Not only are they including new characters that we know, us like people that were born in the 2010s and stuff, or 2009. Again, I wish I was born back in the day, but we can't help when we're born. We can't say, you know what, Mom, get me out at 2005 so I could buy a new car. You can't do that. Or majority of me would have actually done that a long time ago before I was even created, because then I could have actually bought them before they were so much money. I mean, now you're insane to be able to afford all these cards, because all the cards are so much money. One's going for $1,000, $1,000 for a card for one single card ungraded. It's really insane to think how majority of these cards are so expensive now, when in reality they used to be so cheap. It's crazy to believe how freaking famous old vintage cards used to be. Because now they've been played into an oblivion where they're so hard to find. So many of them won championships back in the day, and some of them are just outdated. But you have to also take in consideration how rare it is to find cards like that these days, because they have changed, and these cards were the original cards that brought Pokemon to its fame. So you got to take that into consideration. We can't believe, so this is where it says, we can't believe Pokemon TCG is bringing back one of its best card types after 25 years. Now, all of this stuff is taken off the website that has this on there. And you have to realize this website is really, 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 really good. They don't fake their information, take their information from nothing. They literally have everything done right. Everything in this video is taken from a real and actual sighting information website. This site is really good. It's confirmed to be real stuff, and it's been talked about all around YouTube. I can finally announce to you guys, I believe these cards could potentially do really, really well. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. If you're new, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night.